Now we wait for people to join. I say he's messing up. You get glasses. I want to shoot the eye. Just... You're facing the wrong way! Alright. Oh boy, a map where there's nothing for me to bounce off of. How fun is that? What the fuck? Hello! Figured I'd play Dead by Daylight while I do a Q&A. Alright, not like Curve Billy. I always forget. I did not hear what you said. Fuck.
I said a whole lot of nothing.
This is not a good map for me.
Cookie, I don't know how to bring him back. Emoji crying loudly.
Better find a way to bring him back. Ah, fuck. White game, bitch. Yeah. And window using Shack. Here we go. How fun is this gonna be for me? All right then.
I didn't get the damn notification, you stupid.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing really happened. This guy's obviously got a baby wiener for teabagging like that. The only reason he won was because I was on a farm map. So, sorry for that. Anyways, back to the Q&A. I didn't get the damn notification. Alright.
So.
Besides the shrimp dick bothering us, how's your guys' night going?
Chillin'.
Nice. A lot of people know that I'm starting a small TV shorts on YouTube. I'm trying to start a TV series on YouTube. A lot of people know that. A lot of people don't know that, but some people do know that. I need to find voice actors for these characters, though. Why are you facing us, Wesker? I'm obviously going to voice my character. I mean, he is based after me. He is literally based off me. I just made him do drugs, that's it. Made him a smoker and I made him do drugs. That is it. I made him taller with slightly darker hair. That's about it.
Wesker, I'm so sorry for obliterating you with the rifle, please surely. Background stories for the character.
Background stories. Okay, well, for my character, he's just some old guy who decided, you know what, I'll cause problems in one town and I'll move states. My character has canonically caused multiple gang wars for no reason other than he felt like it would be funny. He started a gang war in my character's universe just because he thought, you know what, I don't like these guys. This guy said your mama's fat. And then he started a turf war. And he just watched from his apartment laughing about it. So my guy is just chaotic evil.
Benny, what in the actual hell? Emoji fearful face.
I would say Alex Black is just a rich dude. He's just a rich dude that enjoys the rock and roll lifestyle. And I'll tell you guys right now, Alex isn't his real name. It's his stage name. His real name isn't even Alex Black. Alex's real name is Adam Balscuck. And it's not even spelled out. It's not
frustrated and killed Wesker out of anger, and now I'm upset about it.
Alright, fuck you, Leon. Twink ass piece of shit.
But it's okay, I can bring him back, y'all.
You tell me that did not hit?
I want to ask this question, but I want to wait till later on. Emoji thumbs up.
Oh, ask the question. What is it? I still like the fact that his name isn't even Alex. It's just Adam. And that is just his name. His name is Adam. Sorry, did I can hear something? Oh, what the fuck? Sure, make a swap, bitch. Dead.
Will there be crossovers?
Will there be crossovers? If VivziePop ever decides to, take one of my characters, because I'm not afraid to actually kill my characters. After all, there is a purpose for the reasoning of my characters and their death. I will say I do hope to get one, like Adam, even though he's going by Alex now, I still want to call him Adam. For him, I hope to get Alex Brightman to voice him. Bitch. Wait a minute. I want Alex Brightman to voice him. Like, I want him to have like a mix between his natural voice and just Fizzarali. So if I do kill off one of my characters and decide that I want them to be crossed over with Helluva Boss or Hazmat Cell, if I could, that'd be awesome. Like, I do plan on having a crossover, but that's up to VivziePop. If my show takes off like I'm hoping it will.
Emoji eyes.
Now there is villains in my show. There is one major bad guy, but I want to keep the bad guy or the villain a surprise for at least a little while, because he's a very important reason for the series. He's a very important bad guy for the seasons. I haven't decided on who I'm going to make a villain yet. Giant enemy spider. Ender. Goodbye, Ender. Any questions about the other characters, though? And I will say the villain of the series will end up killing one. We'll end up killing one of them before he dies in the fourth or third series. It really depends on who I decide. Oh, there he is.
Is that all you have?
That was a very fast game, guys. Is there any other questions about any other characters? Like, I still haven't really talked much about Billy Jones. Like, I haven't discussed his full name. I haven't discussed anything about him. Only Vanny knows his full name. Where am I at? Right there.
I'm still present. Just off. Supernatural science is fine.
Alright.
What's the main plot? You got that yet?
I have a plot. What's the main plot? You got that yet? I do have a plot. But I don't know exactly how to create the plot to make it better. The main plot involves that these are all different types of timelines, by the way. The main plot is that one dude and his female friend decide to make a weird car, and it travels through timelines and through different universes, and it ends up finding a timeline where it's connected to Hazbin Hotel timeline. So the animator will be changed throughout the timelines. The first animator will be someone that's just starting off. The next animator will be someone more known, and then on the final season it will be VivziePop if they ever contact me back. Which I did send a tweet out asking VivziePop if she would ever animate my final season. So if that ever happens, VivziePop will animate the final season, and the villain will wake up in hell. I will say there will be a scene with the villain just straight up falling right out of the sky and landing in the street. Well, he'll have a few second voice line of me waking up and going, what the fuck? And he looks around and it's just pure hell. I will be voicing the bad guy. I will voice the villain. So what I thought about doing is, I'm thinking about making the voice of the villain kind of like mine, except I'm adding more rasp in the back of the throat. So when he's in the first season, he's like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? You shouldn't be at my building. This is not the place for you.
MOGI, I'm looking forward to this.
And he's like, the one of the scene, I will say that there is a scene where he's like, what the fuck are you kids doing in my building? Get the fuck out. Your bastard shouldn't be here. He has a very scratchy voice. He doesn't sing much, but some of his songs, and when he does sing, his tone of like his voice changes. So for some songs, he'll have a more like when it comes to like when he's trying to be creepy, his voice will go down and be like, run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. And that's when he's like walking through a building. Like it sounds better with an echoey like location. So my villain's more of a stalking kind of guy. He stalks his prey and then he goes after his prey. That's kind of like his whole thing. He's meant to be more of a big time villain. He is the boogeyman of my series.
You disappoint me. Is that the best you...
My villain is the boogeyman of my season, my series. So I will, like, another thing is the villain won't start off as a villain. He'll start off in the later seasons. He'll be there most of the time, but when he does start off, he'll come off as a friendly, goofy guy. He'll come off as friendly, goofy, a little silly, and then he'll start slowly progressing into a narcissistic, psychopathic person. Like straight up evil. And every time they do, another thing I should say is, I keep saying I will say, but another thing I should say is that throughout every time they like skip times or skip frames of zones, it becomes the animator becomes different, but they even notice that it becomes different. I got right going, bitch. Like, for the main part is that I want my villain to, like, be self-aware. He's always aware of what's going on. He always knows what's happening. There be any other questions anyone wants to know or is curious about the show?
Hard performance indeed.
I have successfully revived Wesker, emoji folded hands.
Congrats! I really don't know what I'm really like aiming for the show. Like everyone has something for when they animate the characters. My characters are just there to be silly and like goofy. There's like not going to be like a real big plot. Or am I?
You'll pay for that.
Like yeah, some of them are made to be villains. I'm actually really excited for the end of my series, even though it's just starting to begin. I'm actually like really excited for the end, Because then hopefully at the end of my series... Is it what? The only issue I'm seeing is the fact that animation is expensive. Yes, that is another thing that I am not excited for. So I need to find someone who can animate my money, or animate my show for cheap money. Because animations are expensive, and I don't have a lot of money. That's kind of like the big problem. I want to do it, just money is a big problem. Update this map. I'm confused. And 2 people became bots immediately.
New map generation. Where the hell did she go? Invisible One is W, energy and wished
So, is there any other characters you guys would like to know about? Anything you want to know specifically about said characters? Like how they're all going to play a part or something like that? Because I'm actually really excited to talk about my show. I don't get to talk about my stuff. So I'm actually like excited to talk about that. I think we found a 4gen, guys.
And how about their childhood? I mean, characters do gotta have some sort of development, and isn't trudging.
Well, for my character, he's just a psychopath. He got beaten a lot as a kid, and now he's just mentally unstable. Wouldn't say he's a good or bad character, though. Oh, what happened to... What about now? What are you gonna teabag your way out of this one? No, you're not. But for my character Vince, he's just a mentally unstable man. He's not like I shouldn't have said he was a psychopath, because he's not. He's just unstable. With that being said, and being mentally unstable, let me get this person, I'm sorry. But he's just a mentally unstable dude. Alright, what was I saying now? My character is mentally unstable. He's not exactly a psychopath, but he is a very hateful and mean person. He's somewhere between his 30s and 40s. He is 6'5", weighs 80 pounds, and is not exactly healthy. He's got a full head of thick, black, straight hair, and he's got like a little peach fuzz right here like I do. He's got a low-hanging ponytail. He works at Walmart on night shift as a guy who stocks things. Now, he is a villain. He is kind of a villain. I wouldn't say he's the big bad of the situation. He's more like a Season 2 villain. Despite the fact that he's a villain, he always seems to get away from whatever's trying to kill him. So if he's losing a fight, he knows how to manipulate the situation to where he can escape without being caught. He's moved states 3 times, changed his name 4 times, and has gotten away with countless things that honestly is just pure evil. Some of it starts off little like theft, then there was robbery, theft, grand theft, robbery, grand theft, and then it's straight up to like just straight up murder. He's killed multiple people. I think it was like 3 people. 3 grown people and then like 7 teenagers. And he works at Walmart. He works at Walmart. That's it. He is English American, so he has both English and American genetics. He is part Italian. Like I said, he's basically just me. I wanted to put myself in the show, so I put myself as the bad guy. Because, you know, I can do whatever I want with the show. I'm basically the god of that universe. For Alex, the rock star, the guy that kind of does that a lot and he will also flip you off all the time, he's just a rock star. He's a rich kid with a lot of money. And he decided, you know what, I'm rich. My family's got perfect genetics, we're rich, and we own multiple studios. I'm gonna be a rock star. So he grabbed an RV, started growing right here out, shaved off the side so it's kind of more like almost like a triangle. You know? He grew his hair out into a mullet, put a bandana on, threw a leather jacket on with spikes, wears a Metallica t-shirt, blue jeans, big belt, and he's 38 years old, 38 to 39, and he is just an average guy. He's just like the dad bod kind of guy. He had a great childhood growing up. He's got tons of money. He has everything he could have ever asked for. He had multiple girlfriends in high school. And he's just chilling. He was just vibing his entire life, just vibing. But he wanted to be a rock star, so he still mooches off of his family. He still mooches off of his family. He's still... Okay. But his name... Get this. His name wasn't even Adam Black. That wasn't even his actual name. He changed it to Adam Black. His actual name was Adam... I haven't worked out his middle name. But his middle name was, I just made fun of this. I made fun of this. I heard it once in a movie, so his name is Adam Balsick. Adams Balslick. B-A-L-L-S-L-I-C-K. Balslick. That is his name. Adam Balslick. So he changed it to Alex Black. Because he thought it would be more rock star.
That's funny. Emoji skull.
It is funny. Also, I want to make it clear, Adam owns a axe guitar and a battle axe. He owns 2 battle axes and an axe guitar. His name isn't Adam anymore. He changed it, but he does sometimes slip up and go like, "Oh, me? Oh well, my name's Adam. Alex. My name is Alex." Yeah, I was making fun of the name. I forgot what it was. I forgot how you say it. Like, Bollock? No, that was someone else. There was someone else named Riley in my series, but I forgot who it was. So there's my character, which is named Vincent Stephen Miller. Then there's Alex Black. His name actually might be Alex Riley Black.
What's no coincidence that he somehow matches his battle axe and guitar together. Emoji skull.
And he is like this huge asshole. He's kind of a narcissistic dude. He does have a girl that follows him around. She was a lieutenant in the army, so she just kind of follows him around because she's like pitying the guy. As Adam doesn't really have any other friends, Alex doesn't have any other friends because he pushes him away because he's such a narcissistic asshole. He thinks he's God's right-hand man, which is a reference to Hazbin Hotel. Like I said, I want to collab. I want to collab with Vipsy Pops, so I'm making a reference and hoping that, you know, that gets her attention. Like, oh, he's making a reference to me. I gotta help the man out. So his name is Alex Black, and he's meant to be a play on Adam from Hazbin Hotel. That's all he is. He's just a joke to Hazbin. He's a giant reference. I really had no intentions when I made him. I just thought, what happens if we take Adam and make him a narcissistic human that could potentially die in the first season, just like in the show? I'm not gonna let any of this shit slide. That was such a bitch move. I would have had you down hours ago if you would have just went down. Billy Jones. There's not much to say about Billy Jones. He's a traveler. He's a wanderer. He's just a bum. He's a dude that will sell you loose car parts for $30 that you could go to the store and get for like $6.
Imagine from has been seeing his one emoji store. Wow, it sounds like my dad.
He's just an average guy. He really is. But Billy Jones, he's just like a 40-year-old man. He's got a full head of like white blondish hair. He kind of he tries to screw people over a lot. And I kind of made him, and I pictured him talking a lot like Beetlejuice, not Alex Brighton. Let me read what that comment said real quick. Make him racist. I will not make him racist. He's actually a very kind-hearted guy. He's just a scum to the piece of shit. So when I was making him, I thought making his voice like right here, like I'm thinking about making him like walk in, like, hey there, buddy, I heard you needed some spare car parts. Why don't you just like let me help you out with that? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take this car part. And I'll give it for you. Now I bought this at the store for like $40, but for you, my friend, I'll make it down to like 38 for you. Here, me and you, we have a good deal. I feel like me and you, we could get like a real good deal going on here. So I thought about making his voice like that. And there is another character that I made. So I wanted him to kind of talk like that. So he kind of had a voice like this. There was no actual like thought behind him other than making him a Beetlejuice knockoff. So he has a voice like that. And he's more of a nuisance. Oh, I could get Husker's old voice. Oh, I could get the old voice actor for Husker to show up and voice Billy. Because it would work. It really would. It would work perfectly. That's what I'm going for. Is I'm a tough guy. I don't need your fucking help. I don't need your fucking money. But he's still like, I will take your money. He's the type of guy that goes, I don't need your fucking money. I don't need your pity money. But I will gladly take the money anyways. And that's basically how he's meant to be. He's meant to be just like this bad villain guy. He's not a bad guy. He's not there to really cause any major problems. Like, he's not really there to cause any major problems. He's just there to make a minor insignificance. That's it. That's all. Just to be a minor problem. Not this big bad evil.
please.
Like, I really do. I could go find the old voice actor for Husker and have him just voice my character. I just realized I could probably actually do that. Yeah. Now, I do have another character named Anthony W. Angels. I don't know who I'm going to have voice for him. I have no idea who I'm going to have voice that character. I have a theory of who I want. Now, whether he actually responds and says, sure, I'll voice him, because I know he's busy with other stuff like Digital Circus. But I would love to have him to, like, pop up, voice the little goofy Italian like asshole kind of character. I made him to be another, like, not asshole, but kind of snarky in ways that is kind of funny. He's not like a major asshole. He's just snarky. That's all. I got a drunk alcoholic who's basically Beetlejuice but human, and I don't know who I want to voice. Who should voice Anthony? I don't know who to voice. I don't know who could voice, because Anthony has a high-pitched tone voice. I think it's funny because I'm making Anthony straight. Yeah. Because what I was thinking for Anthony is his voice could be like way up here. He could be more of a, hey, how you guys doing? Now Anthony is from Queens, New York. Anthony is from Queens, New York. Meanwhile, Alex is from Brooklyn, New York. So Alex is from Brooklyn, New York. Anthony's from Queens, New York. And his voice is way up here. It's more high-pitched. It's, he's got more of a tone to him. He's just more all around of like a higher-pitched tone guy. He's also more feminine despite the fact that he wants to be masculine. And it's not going to work for Anthony. It's really not, because his voice is like way up here, and his body has no body hair. He's got girl hair. I'm talking about like that really thick girl hair too. So he doesn't have that male pattern baldness gene like some characters end up with. Like, I hate to say it for anyone who's gonna like Billy. He's got the balding gene, and I'm not gonna say where exactly. I will say his hair is gonna push back. He does not have the ones that cause spots back here, but it will be slowly moving back to like right here. And that's when he's like in his 60s. That might be in season 7 though. I plan on going for like 20 seasons before killing off the big bad boss. Mick Lore was
Born to be a bear, forced to be a twin.
exactly what it was too. And here's the funniest part: Anthony's straight. Anthony is straight. He's a straight guy with a feminine body, and he hates it.
It's a hard life for poor Anthony.
But what I want is, I want a person whose voice can do this from the vocal ranges from like right here to like right down here where he starts getting a lower tone to all the way back up here. I want someone who can actually sing in his voice, because Anthony does have a singing heart. I'm not Gavin. Are you Gavin? Alright. Yeah, poor Anthony. He's gonna live an awful life. Oh, you can help me with the story? That's great.
But Anthony, he wants to be a gangster. He wants to have that gangster tone. He wants to have that deep, raspy Italian voice. You know the Italian mob voice I'm talking about when I say deep and raspy Italian mob voice. That's what he wants. Unfortunately for Anthony, his voice is like way up here, and he's not intimidating at fucking all. Like, this is his voice. This is how he sounds on a regular day basis. Meaning when he talks, he sounds like this. He will not sound anything like his brother or father. Like his brother sounds like a little bit down here, because his brother's a smoker, so his tone's more like right here. So his voice is more down here, a little more raspy, and his father's a lot worse. And meanwhile, Anthony's voice is like way up here, and it sounds nothing like anything. And give me 1 second.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Don't throw anything else in the dryer. Thank you.
So, those are the characters so far. Like, they are just... Some of the characters are just screwed from the beginning. Anthony wants to be a hard-ass gangster, despite the fact that he was born to be a twink, and he doesn't even like that. Billy Jones, he's more meant to be a Beetlejuice. He's more of Beetlejuice, if anything, and he still doesn't like that. Billy Jones meant to be more Beetlejuice, and he's just meant to be more of a silly little guy. Also, Alex. He used to work a 9 to 5 at a pizzeria, but quit a week into his job because he couldn't deal with the stress of the building. There will be a reference to the pizzeria later on. I do want to find the original voice actor so they could voice Alex, as I do think it would fit Billy Jones perfectly to have Husk's old voice actor. I would find that just a tiny bit funny. Not funny. Shit, what am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm distracted, I'm focused on multiple things, I'm not thinking properly. I want the old voice actor for Husk to voice Billy Jones, and the old voice actor for Husk from the pilot to voice, well, you know, Alex. Or not Alex, fucking Billy. I'm getting the characters' names confused, I'm sorry. How would I even contact that voice actor? Not exactly sure what his. I'd have to look him up. I think I found out who I want to voice Anthony, and I know it's gonna be a little ironic that he voices multiple high-pitched characters, but come on. I want Michael Kovac to voice Anthony, because I feel like it's just fitting for him to voice. Like I said, I want my character to be a little high-toned. Perfect fucking timing. Come on. Wouldn't it be cool to have Michael Kovac voice one of my characters? Everyone loves Michael Kovac. I haven't seen one, like, actual bad thing about the guy. Oh, hey, check that out. I think that's money. No, not money. My bad. Yeah? Yeah? You still gonna click that flashlight at me? Oh, what's this? You gave up. You should have got out when you had the chance. Oh. Ah, they're gonna live, you know it. Just get the fuck out. Quit teabagging. Quit gloating. When you die, you're gonna end up in hell for gloating. Alright. Twink Gangster. His new nickname, officially, will be Twink Gangster. He's gonna hate that nickname canonically, by the way. I hope you know that because you gave me that idea, he's gonna hate that name. Hate it with a passion. Interesting. Sorry, the Q&A is not going like I took it. Genetic stone. Yeah, Anthony, he's not going to be a very happy guy. I feel like most of my show, he's just going to be like sitting in the back of the car. Sitting in the car like this, just pouting all the time. He's not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy. Is there any other characters I haven't talked about? Like, I can tell you one thing about Billy Jones. If you guys want to know anything about Billy Jones, I can tell you one thing about him. Billy Jones is from the country. And the fact that he is a countryman, is in the country, he owns... I hate that.
Why am I such a fucking stupid? Why can't I just be like these guys I see at the gym? Man, the true gangster.
He's gonna fucking hate that. And that is how he is. He hates being like this little skinny, feminine dude all the time. He can't gain weight either. I want you people to know that. That if he eats, he can eat all he wants. And because he's like built with these shit genetics, that he calls shit genetics, he's never going to gain weight. He's going to weigh about 83 pounds at the max. And then he's going to lose 3 pounds and be 80 pounds again. He's forever stuck at 80 pounds and he's 6'1". But now, back to Billy Jones. Now, back to Billy Jones. Billy Jones lives in the country. He is a redneck. He's a scammer. He tries to scam people. He is a self-employed man who sleeps in the back of his red pickup truck. He did have a dog at one point in time when he was in his 30s. He called his dog Bullseye, because his dog had a giant like red mark right here, like it was like a black mark, and he like put red on it. As when he was hunting, he put red on the dog's right here so he could tell what dog was his. Him and his friend had similar dogs, but Bullseye had a black line right there on the fucking forehead. So he put it red so that way Bullseye would stand out. Now, Billy Jones had 3 friends. 3 friends. Had. I should say this again. He had 3 friends. One of the friends died, the other one's in jail, and the other one just disappeared. We don't know what happened to his other friend. Billy Jones owns 62 guns. Some of them are just shotguns. He owns like 4 different shotguns. 4 of them. And he has them hanging up around his house like it's like some potpourri. He owns a sniper.
Guess what happened to dog emoji crying loudly.
Oh no, the dog's still alive. The dog died from old age. His dog lived to be about 70 years old in dog years. And on his 40th birthday, the dog passed away, which just leads to character development. Because the dog passed away on his 40th birthday, which has to hurt him. He did have a wife at one point, but he doesn't really talk about his wife. His wife and him got a divorce when he was in his, I think when he was like 33. I think when he was like 33, him and his wife got divorced. And then his dog died when he was in his 40s. So he still has his dog. He just now names him Little Buddy all the time. Instead of saying, here's Bullseye, he'll be like, this is my dog, Little Buddy. Because Bullseye was his dog when he's alive. The way he sees it is his dog died, it's time to rename his dog. That's the way he sees it. It's sad, but it's the way he sees it. I should also say Billy Jones is a mama's boy. He loves his mom. You did. Right here. You're welcome.
That stuff is in the dryer. I'm going to bed.
Alright. Good night. But Billy Jones is a mama's boy, and what the fuck are you doing up there? Billy Jones, he doesn't know his dad either. Like, he does have a dad, he just doesn't know where his dad's at. Yes. I'm not on my A game tonight, guys. Respawn yet? Did not. That's fine. I'll go right here. Anything else about my characters? No, his dog didn't die. He didn't kill his dog. He loved his dog. His mama gave him that dog when he was just a boy.
Beast is the way I roll.
I did want to answer more questions about my characters, but I want to get them animated. I want to get them like actually working and animated. I don't really have like an idea of what all I should go for. I just know I'm giving them background stories and like giving them all a background before I go and like pledge them all out officially. Okay. Aww. Alright. What else should I talk about for the characters? I kind of need people to ask questions about the characters so I can answer. Because I don't know what people want to know.
Do any of them get development as in becoming a better person? Or are they just absolute losers?
Some of them do. I like to think maybe Anthony will be one that finally accepts the way he looks and kind of like just becomes a happy dude. But I definitely know that Vincent's going to be like the one guy that is just an awful person. He'll start showing just how truly awful he is throughout the series. And he might end up dying. He might. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to kill him off yet. Billy Jones is... He's Billy Jones. He's just some dude. There's not really like an idea for Billy Jones. He's just like a sneezy kind of guy. He's there to take your money. He doesn't care about you. He cares about your money. That's why he sticks around. That's why he stays around for as long as he does. I will say as the series go on, you can see him change slightly. It could be either from the better or the worse. Some things will be changed for the better. Some things will be changed for the worse. His appearance is going to change for the most part. He's going to get a little like right here, like I'm going to say he's going to lose a good part of his hair. So his hair is going to be like streaming down like right here now. It's going to be like from here back is where his hair is going to be. He's also going to try to spike it up to make it look cool. Yeah. He's not exactly going to do good. He will end up developing the ability to no longer see. He's gonna need glasses, like these kind of glasses. Why these glasses? They're easy to draw and they're fun. Alex, he'll end up being called Adam again, and the black in his name might change, so his name might become Adam something else, but he's going to be called Alex through Season 1 and 2. He will end up stealing a new name in Season 3. I can't say what that name's going to be. I can't. But it's going to be a fun name. It really is. And it's definitely going to be a reference to something. Someone or something. You have to find out. You have to find out. You have to find out. I am making a few changes to some character designs. Like I have, originally, my character's meant to have a ponytail like that. So that's what but right now he's got a high ponytail. So his ponytail's up here and it kind of streams down like that. But I want that. He's got, like, Vanny gave him a high ponytail. His ponytail's up here. It's supposed to be down like his. He's supposed to have a low hanging ponytail. Which is fine. That's fine. So I'll change that. Also, I got the idea for Alex from this. Leather jacket, just add spikes on it. Like, let me show you guys where the idea originally came from, okay? So, for Adam, well, my idea was black hair, just into a mullet, right? So, that hair, but black. No. Vanny gave me a ponytail like that. That's not what I was looking for. I don't think he's got what I'm looking for. So basically that, but into a mullet, right? So we got that.
Billy should been caught manipulating the price of his products and now is running from the cops, and that's how he runs into Adam.
That might be how he does end up running into Adam.
IT's
So,
not my fault, emoji crying loudly.
so this is where I kind of got the idea for Adam. Or Alex. My bad, sorry. the idea for Alex came from this design. I was messing around and I was like, you know what, that looks pretty cool. That looks awesome. I actually like that. I love it. I love it. I love all this. This is the idea for where Alex got his signature style. Except I gave him a bandana over his head, and Vanny gave him a mullet. And his hair kind of like does a thing where it like slides down and then it spikes up, similar to how my hair does. So this is Alex. This is where the idea for Alex came from. Except he doesn't have a beard. He has this. And he has like a slight mustache that comes down like that. And some like scruff over here and scruff down here. But nothing too much. He just kind of like shaves every now and then. So that's where Alex came from. That's how I got the idea for Alex. For those of you who are curious, this is how Alex was born. Except I gave him a Metallica t-shirt underneath. And I put the spikes on the wrists up here on the shoulders. He's also got leather gloves. And for my character Vincent Stephen Miller, it was basically this without the face makeup or the beard, with this and that. That's how I got my character Vincent. Except I made him skinnier and made him kind of like a heavy smoker. So the idea for Vincent came from this. That's Vincent, by the way. That's why I said Vincent has black rings around his eyes. He's a smoker, so you can see like his jawline and his like, just like right here. He's like very skinny. Vincent's also 6'5", making him one of the taller characters I have. Vincent stands at 6'5" without his boots, and with his boots, he's a good 6'7". Now, Alex stands at 5'9" without his shoes. With his shoes, he's about 6 foot, give or take. Because he wears like black stage boots. He's a performer. He does a lot of air guitar solos, especially in his truck. He doesn't like drive a pickup truck. He drives more of he originally had a black Cadillac, but I changed it to a black truck. He drives a black truck. There's beer cans on the back of his truck. He plays a lot of like rock music. Big fan of like Metallica, AC/DC, Nickelback. When he's playing like this version of Nickelback. That's Animals by Nickelback. And Billy Jones is just like this guy from Texas, or from like somewhere in the country. Not Texas, but somewhere in the country. 5 o'clock shadow, wears a unbuttoned black and white plaid dress shirt with a pocket right here on both sides. A red t-shirt underneath that's a V-neck. Wears a necklace sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. A metal chain necklace that kind of like sags down a little bit. He's got blonde hair that kind of like flows back. His hair's almost white and his hair is straight. He's got, I changed it from brown to blue eyes, so he does have bluish eyes now. His eyes are getting whiter. So his eyes are blue. He wears black combat boots and just blue jeans. And he has a belt with this big buckle on it. Country. So Billy Jones drives a red pickup truck that's beginning to rust. It's falling apart. It looks like the most stereotypical Texan redneck kind of truck, right? And his voice is like really deep. I will say in the seasons when he does start Keith Balls, okay. But when he does start going to, like when his hair does recede, he does wear like a baseball cap or a cowboy hat. He will try to style it every now and then, though. to get the voice actor for Husk from Hazbin Hotel, the pilot, to voice Billy Jones. Also, Billy Jones' name is Billy Jones Murray. Not Murray, Murray, as he pronounces it Murray countless times. He's also a little more cheerful than Husk. But, you know, if he can do a good job voicing a sneezy kind of awful person, then it'll be good. Anthony, I've already talked about him, but Anthony hates his life. His dad's a very cold and heartless person, kind of abusive, manipulative. His mom disappeared, no idea where she went. He had a sister at one point, but she left.
Emoji person fencing.
Like, they don't know where his third sister is, or his second sibling is, which is his sister. His brother's kind of like this asshole kind of guy, just doesn't give a shit about him, doesn't want anything to do with anyone other than the dad, because the brother's a dad's child. Jeffy scared the fuck out of me, dude. I think they left.
How did they not see you? Emoji fearful face.
Did you reach that, you stupid piece of shit, you fucking badass bastard? Okay. Alright, as I was saying. As I was saying, My characters are. I want 2 voice actors. I know who I want to voice the first 2. Now, the first one I had no idea, which would be Billy Jones. I had no idea who I want to voice that one. So Billy Jones would be voiced by Lars, right? Whatever his name was. The second person who I would want to voice act one of my characters would be Michael Kovac.
Was I the only one seeing your character T-posing mid-hook, emoji crying loudly?
I seen it too, don't worry. But I want... Alright, back to the Q&A, guys. Is there anything specifically you guys, like, specific you want to know about my character? Oh. About my character? Or any of the other characters? Like, I don't know, it could be anything from, like, what's their favorite colors or how they get into the position that they're in today.
Well, I was gonna ask if they were ever in relationships into their past, but I'm intrigued by how they got into the position they're in.
So Billy Jones, he was married at one point in his life. Oh, fuck that, I'm out. Alright, fuck you. Alright, I'm out. They're not gonna come and get me and let us go. Relationship. So Billy Jones, he was in a relationship with someone named Margaret. I think it was like Margaret Jennings. So Margaret Jennings, I had this all written down. I forgot where the book was at. Okay. So he was in a relationship with someone named Margaret Jennings, who he met back in 1983 in high school. So this was in high school in 1983. He graduated in 1984. They ended up getting married, and they were together for nearly 25 years until Margaret decided that she was done and left him. She didn't like the fact that he was constantly going out and hunting, which she took the hunting as sleeping around with other people, but in reality he actually was out there hunting animals. So he was just a hunter. That's what he did. He hunted to survive. He would go out, he would hunt like deer, elk, anything he could get his hands on, he would hunt them. Of course, he was always making sure it was legal. He followed the law. He followed the law as much as he could. That was his thing. He followed the law, but he hunted all the time. So if he could legally shoot it with his sniper, he did. He even checked what the places were, like crossbow hunting only or bow hunting only. He only brought bows. He never like littered. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just some guy who his girl thought was out there sleeping around and cheating on her, which he wasn't. He was just some dude. He was a kind-hearted man. Now he's a scammer and will try to steal your money when you're not looking, because he's also now, as he's no longer, as I like to put it, is he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He doesn't give a shit about your feelings or anything about like that. After his dog died and his wife left him, he's just a guy. He's a scammer. He will steal your money. He's even touched a few people. All of age, obviously. Like, he's not going to go out and be weird around kids. He has touched people. He's basically Beetlejuice from the movie. Except he's human. That is his whole thing. And I want him to be voiced by the voice actor of Husk from the pilot. Anthony, he's just a guy from Queens. He played basketball. He listened to his dad. His dad yelled at him. He would listen. He got beat a lot as a kid, like to the point that where CPS should have been called, but they weren't. So he was abused for years. And then when he got out, he was mentally unstable, and that's why he kind of hates the way he looks. So there's that. He also hates a few other things about himself, but there's no changing those few other things. Alex, he's just a rock star. When he was a kid, he was raised by a very traditional family in Brooklyn. They were rich, so they owned a lot of properties. His dad owned a very, very big building. They made tons of money. They were making at least 30 grand a week. And his allowance was nearly 60 grand daily. Like bi-weekly or something like that. I haven't worked that out. But he was making like 60 grand a week just by doing household chores by his parents, because they had that money. They had that money to be like, oh, what's this? My toilet's clogged? Better shove $100 bills in it and just fix it. They were actually flushing money down the toilet just to see what would happen. That's how rich his family was. They owned 7 pizzerias, 33 banks, and 2 buildings, 2 skyscrapers. They also owned a church. They were very nice and loving and respectful people. But Alex, he wanted to become a rock star. He never married. He did end up meeting a girl in the military who he ends up just calling Lou. He's a Hazbin Hotel reference. That's basically all he is a giant Hazbin Hotel reference that just written over by me. I took the character, rewrote him, and boom, there he is. So the girl that he met was a lieutenant. That's kind of like his right-hand man. He doesn't really have anyone else to fall back on other than the people that he gets in people's minds. He can make you think that you want something when you don't want something. He's very manipulative like that. And he considered himself the head of the army before. He's even made a reference to it, and he has made a song. He made one song called "I'm the Head of the Army," or it's not called "I'm the Head of the Army," but it's called "Head of the Army," and basically, it's just like a very old school rock song, and it's just in like an Alex Brightman mix between Fizzarolli and Alex Brightman himself type of voice. From like High School Rock, the musical, and Fizzarolli. That's basically all it is. And he's singing about how he's like this, like you can hear it in the background, like when he's driving his car. You can hear it just like playing as he's driving down highways. He's in the car, rocking out, jamming, having a good time, bobbing his head while he's bobbing someone else's head. What? Huh? And that's just how he is. He's just... like that. Came from a rich family, and he looked at the rich family and said, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And he went and caused his life to be worse. He's actually based off of, Hazbin Hotel, but he's also based off of someone that I knew from my school. I don't know why he wanted to do this. He was a rich kid. He had a promising future. But he looked...
I beg your pardon?
He had a promising future. This kid at my school had a promising future, but he looked at the future and looked at his parents, who, by the way, his dad was a lawyer and his mom was a doctor. And his uncle was another doctor. They were making money. They all lived together and they were making money, and they lived in a small house and they didn't eat much. He looked at his family and said, nah, you do your own thing. I'm gonna take your money, but you do your own thing. I'm gonna become a rock star. So he drops out of high school. He becomes a rock star. Last time I seen him, he was on the side of the street, smoking a cigarette, wearing baggy pants, thinking he looked all badass. He did not. He did not. he ended up looking like a fool. He didn't look cool. He did not look like a gangster or a rock star. He just looked like a guy who made a very, very, very bad decision in his life.
I'm not gonna forget what you said about him. Emoji index pointing at.
Yes, he does have a few girls, but you know, it's whatever. Poozle, Tristan won. You better save my ass, TTB. No one brings Morty's anymore, which is great. Alright. But he does have a few girls, but his main girl is basically a knockoff loot. That's it. She's just an army lieutenant with anger issues. That guy scared me. There used to be another window there that you could bolt out of. I think that was like multiple things too. Oh, it's just her, okay. Ah, fuck you! That's why I don't like playing Survivor, guys. It fucking sucks. Oh, sweet, I can just do that to myself. Okay, cool. But Anthony does move out of New York, and he ends up traveling to a different place where he ends up bumping into Alex. By the way, Alex, before all that happens, Alex ends up bumping into Billy Jones, who goes by the name William Jonathan. Fake name. So he goes by the name William Jonathan. He kind of just like pretends to be multiple people. He has multiple fake identity, guys. Because he's not allowed in some states. He's not allowed back at some places. Some states he's welcome, some states he's not. Just depends. I feel like I could hide right in there. I will say Anthony does get married at one point. He may end up getting married at one point. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. I might change my mind completely at a different time.
Whoa. Emoji eyes.
Anthony might get married. Facing that way. Then we turn around and... Ooh, spooky.
Man, did my boy Anthony have a lover, please? Emoji crying loudly.
I might. Might not. I might. Haven't decided yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Anthony. He might die. He might be killed off. Tossed away like a secondary character. Just no one's gonna care about him.
What? Emoji beautiful face. I don't care about him just like the other two. Emoji goblin.
Okay. So no, Anthony, I don't know, I might give him a relationship. Anthony definitely needs a relationship, I guess. I escaped. I won. But Anthony, he might. I don't know. I'm not afraid to kill off my characters because I don't exactly know what I want from my characters. I know I want them to be characters. I know I want them to develop, but I don't know where I'm going with them. Billy Jones is just like a scumbag who tries to like steal stuff from you technically. Alex is just a rock star tryhard. But I don't know. He might marry someone. He might. I probably should have picked a better game to do this on, huh? Alright, how about this? I'll tell you guys what. I'm gonna go and start another live stream. Check this out. There you go. You got a new weapon now. Like one of those claws is fake. But check it out. You now have a new claw. So I'm gonna go start up another live stream because I keep getting distracted on Dead by Daylight due to all the stuff that's going around. And I'm gonna go